Hello, everyone. I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War. Campaign 19, week 0, because it's not here yet. Day 2. Of course, we're in the in-between week of the good old campaigns, though it is right around the corner at next reset week. But anyways, our main goal today is, of course, the only mode that we really have going on that isn't standard daily, which is the Dark Pits faction. This should be, what is it, brown-green restriction if I'm not mistaken, so we have access to leprechauns, stuff like that. Probably going down the guard's avatar quick kill route, just because he's gotten buffed recently. But we can go down Rowan leprechaun if we wanted to as well, or if you need an even cheaper option. We're probably going to do the guard's avatar quick kill and go from there. Also, we do have the rough drafts for all of the emotes. We will be showing them a little bit later this stream, not immediately. But yeah, we do have a ton of the roughs, all 10 of them. I'm pretty sure half of them I will change because some of them were a bit different than how I described it. Actually, almost all of them were. Because I gave them pretty artistic liberty to do kind of just whatever with it. Though some of them I definitely have to change from that artistic liberty. So we'll go through them in a little bit. And if you guys have any feedback for them when we do go over them, let me know. Because you guys are going to be the ones using them pretty much. So whatever you guys want for them, let me know. But we'll get over to that in a little bit later to stream, not immediately. But what we will do immediately, I guess, is... what do I need to go take out? Obviously, the only thing we've done is take a billion tributes today. Adventure board? Sure, why not? Is there anything cool on adventure board today? The answer is not really, but we got to do it all anyway, so let's go do it. Obviously, we talked shotgun quick kill. Oh yeah, I didn't bother checking. Is how broken is Alliance today? Is Alliance at all functioning in any way, shape, or form today? I don't even know what to think every single day because the state of it could be absolutely anything from day to day at this rate. Because it is extremely broken and not working correctly as it's supposed to. Hopefully that gets fixed soon. That's going to be kind of annoying if we have to deal with that for weeks on end. Because, of course, this is the second week in a row where it's been kind of broken. But hopefully it'll get around to fixing that soon. It isn't broken at all. Kind of disappointing. Is it not? Well, if it's not broken, then we should have... Today is what, Tuesday? If it's not broken, then we should have 3 central battles today. If it's not broken at all. Then our current battles should be 3 central. Like all 3 of the color ones. Let me see. No, we do not have 3 central. Though it does look like we have Alliance fight today. We have it for the 2 outer. Interesting. Yeah, Tuesday's supposed to be 3 inner. But we have 2 outer this time. That's fine. Yeah, it's so weird. And then we have the 2 outer and then that. I don't know, maybe it's starting to get correct. Interesting, because we have 2 outer now, then nothing, then 2 outer again, and then central. So it looks like it's starting to repair itself slowly. So yeah, it looks like they might have done some kind of fix to it. So do we have any locations we can get extra loot today? It doesn't look like it from what I could tell, because we only have Taurus and Construct, which means no extra loot from anywheres. However, that does mean we should be able to, for one of these 2, get our thing, or whatever you call it, the extra gold marks tomorrow. Taurus. What does Taurus have these days? Construct should be pretty free. Taurus, the biggest issue that Taurus has is a lot of things that are good for Taurus boost ratio based on all their stats. So as they lose stats, they lose a lot of their value, which makes them a really volatile category. They're very similar to like Guard's Avatar, Rowan, stuff like that. Where when they start losing stats, they lose a ton of their damage potential. As one thing that's always kept Tauruses kind of not used that often is they don't boost ratio from any one stat particularly well, while simultaneously boosting from, of course, all of them. But that makes it so if it loses anything at all in any way, shape, or form, armor, HP, attack value, even magic, it loses damage potential. Which is not ideal. There's also not good enough troops that boost every single stat like simultaneously to really justify them. Though I say that, Archdiva could actually work for that pretty well these days. Unfortunately, of course, Archdiva is not a Taurus. So in that category would not be able to be used, but you know, in a general team you can do that. Yeah, the reason why I check all the orange marks is if there's more than 2, that means they're gold marks. If there is more than 2 orange marks, that means they're gold. Or at least some of them are gold. Which is why I was checking. But if there is exactly 2, then they're silver marks. Oh, hello, Chris. I tried to say any hellos yet. I hope all of you guys been having a wonderful week so far. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Mark. Hello, Sonny. Hello, Chad. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Sonny. I just said that. Hello, Rob. Hello, who am I gonna say hello to 4 times? Hello, Mark. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Kosh. Hello, Chad. Hello, Chris. Hello, Isabel. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, we're gonna take that down. Alright, we need mana, we need mana. Take that. Our last little bit of damage. Should be the final one we need. And then since we're doing the dailies, might as well go clear our dungeon too. I'll probably mess with PvP a little. We'll probably do the big PvP grind tomorrow night, I'm pretty sure. Since Wednesday just has the pet battle, and I'm pretty sure we already have the pet max, and even if we didn't, it doesn't take that long at all. Alright, let's go clear our dungeon real quick. So when the daily's done, come on, top 3, top 3? No. Unfortunate. Let's see. Take this one. Alright, what do we need? What do we need? Enough I can do there. We'll take our mana. Get our pokety poke. Yeah, we'll be showing all the emotes that we have, probably after we clear out PvP. Or sometime midway through the stream. Because I kind of want feedback on them since you guys are pretty much going to be the ones using them. So whatever you guys want, let me know. Because they're still like ultra draft right now, so we could change them to like literally anything at this current moment in time. Several which I already know I want changed. Because these are still like the ultra roughs. But yeah, we'll go from there. Because whatever 10 emotes we have, these are basically going to be our 10 emotes for like literal years, so. Gotta get them right. Because we're likely not changing these out for a very, very long time. Unless we somehow enough people join the channel that we can get even more. With these 10 watch, we'd be at our current limit of how many we can have. Alright. Let's go take, we'll do PvP next. I'll do the faction last. Oh yeah, we have a journey event. People have been mentioning, Journey's been kind of annoying. It is one of those weeks, of course we may even mention in the weekly video. The biggest issue with this week's Journey is if you don't have the good options, it's horrible. Well, you can get away with something somewhat cheap, like going that one Cobra weapon, that one brown-green weapon that's in Soulforge this week. Like doing that into the new Snake guy. Probably your best bet if you need something ultra cheap. But if you're missing some of like the auto-win options, like Doom Spade or any of the mythics, it's definitely going to be a little rough. Luckily, with the high rarity stuff, it's not that bad this week. We've definitely had worse. It's just really bad for the budget range this week. Because the budget range has very minimal to use. Journey restriction giving people gray here. So this team's eventually going to fall off. Not sure what our next go-to is going to be after it does. But for now it's fine, so we're just going to stick with it. Until it falls off a cliff, we're just going to keep using it. The problem is this team really needs extra turns to function. Well, those extra turns, we don't get extra mana. Picture by default has no mana accumulation. Unless we get those burning gems onto the board, but we need extra turns to get the burning gems. But we need those burning gems to get extra turns. It's like a catch-22. We can't get extra turns without the burning gems, but I need the burning gems to get extra turns. So if we have neither, we get neither. Which is probably the biggest issue with this mythic in total. Or Or, like its biggest issue. Like, Takshaka, it doesn't matter. As long as it's not stunned, it's doing it every turn. This thing already needs momentum in order to get more momentum. Which generally troops like that aren't ideal. Especially when you start scaling up really high, where you're less likely to have momentum. Because ideally you want things that can function at, like, no momentum at all. That can just momentum on its own. Like, she already has to be doing good to be able to do good. Which kind of defeats the point of doing good. Because you're already doing good. You don't need to be doing even better. Like, things that can do good in, like, the worst possible situations. Like, literally be 1 HP, frozen and everything, and still auto-win a fight. Like, those are the kind of troops that are generally really good. But if she's behind, she just stays behind. I said, hello, Lester. Oh, yeah, we get to show Lester the 69 emote. It is a bit different than how I described it. Actually, quite a bit different. But it definitely works. So we'll see what your guys' feedback is. There's nothing too out there. I think the most out there one is probably the heart. I'm pretty sure it's safe for work enough for YouTube. Because there's actually an icon in Gems of War that looks pretty similar to it, in a sense. That we've never gotten demonetized or anything for. So I highly doubt this would. Though having it as a emote could be a little bit different than just having it like show up on screen occasionally. Yeah, the heart icon is actually quite a bit different than how I described it. Actually, almost all of them are. So I gave them the freedom to kind of do just whatever with them, so... Even like a general, this is what you should do with them, but also you could do whatever with them. I'd say about half of them I probably want changed. We'll get around to them in a moment. Oh, we're out of battles already. Nice. Let's see, are we on perfect score? I think we might be. It's hard to tell. Because I have no one else at 39. But I think this might be perfect score so far. Obviously, we won't be able to maintain that. Because it becomes really easy to start losing points the later you go. It's actually impossible not to in the current state of Journey, just because Journey troops can't really loop properly anymore. But I think this is perfect score up to this point. 4,920 for 39 fights. I have no way of knowing for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's perfect score. Though we're not going to be able to maintain that for long. Another day or two we're going to reach high enough where we won't be able to maintain it, but oh well. Anyways, under Spire I need to go buy torches. Obviously, as we've been doing, we're going to delay this till later in the week. Probably this Thursday we'll start chipping them down. But I kind of like the system we've been doing for recently. It's been working out pretty well. Alright, next. What's my mail right now? Oh, billion XP boosters. I actually used one earlier today too because it was, again, it was about to expire before the stream. Alright, let's go to PvP. We do have alliance fights. We have either Construct or Taurus. So it's very obvious which one of these two we're going to pick. However, I do want to check to see what Taurus' score is currently at. Because even though this is the one we're definitely not doing, I do want to go and check this. Because I just want to see if it's like so low that we had to do fights there. Yeah, it's fine. We're winning by like 5 times over on the other place. And this one has double as many people doing it. But yeah, we'll do it here, which is already the plan. So, Pure Construct team, how are we going to run this? Interesting, they're using Doom Spade. I almost want to go against a fight that doesn't have Doom Spade. Wand is actually a lot less intimidating. Though, getting entangled would be kind of bad. I mean, webbed. Alright, let's go see. What do we have? Base rarity. So we're allowed to use any construct in the game. Which makes me think Lord of Slaughter team. But there are quite a few other things. Oh yeah, I forgot. They buffed this guy by a lot. Explode 4 gargoyle gems when matching for an extra turn. Convert all gems of a chosen color to good gargoyle gems, then deal a bunch of damage to all enemies of that mana color and gain an extra turn. It's interesting. Yeah, PvP is a bit annoying in the current state of game, for sure. Wait, does Construct have a good cleanser? What's our cleanse option? Do we have like a Bless Spammer under Construct that isn't a tarot card? Because technically there is probably a tarot card that does it for us, but I'd rather do it on a troop. I don't want to go down the Chalcedony route because that got nerfed into the ground. I kind of wanted to go Stone Slicer. If we can get away with it. Building a pure brown team could end up working out too if we want to go that one Doomed Spade. Which honestly, I'm kind of considering. Instead of going down the Lord of Slaughter route. If I do this by brown, what's our options? Ooh. Yeah, I think we do go for him. Colossus, you're not useful. Iron Hulk in this context, you're not useful. You're actually a substantial amount of damage. I kind of almost want to go for this. But it's kind of bad. Obsidiaxis, not worth it. Gosh, I thought Constructs had better options overall. Might have to go Chalcedony. Problem has like full mana conflict with the other thing, but like all these things have score reduction, so we should be fine. Obviously Doom Spade is like this entire team's thing. We'll go for Chalcedony there in case we need backup. And then we kind of just need one damage source, but honestly, we kind of just need mana coverage. Can we cover more than that? Not really. Not based on these colors. What are we missing? Just purple? Purple and green. I guess that's fine. Don't really need anything too out there. It seems actually a lot worse than I thought it would end up being, but we'll roll with it. Let's go get Geomancer class, which of course is 50% mana start to all constructs, the whole reason why we're running it. And I think we're good to go. Just go banner, double brown into yellow, it looks like. And just minus purple or something. Perfect. Alright, seems good to me. Then we just go into Chalcedony, we tank up with that. We have backup into this, and we should be fine. Alright, let's go. Only real big issue is we don't have any cleanse if they mass freeze us, which could get annoying. But beyond that, we shouldn't have too much of an issue here. Try to get Chalcedony rolling. Hope she doesn't miss. Oh, we should be fine. Let her do whatever here. Oh, yeah, I forgot to convert. Oh, no. Yeah, we might need anti... Oh, no. Yeah, we might need cleanse. Okay, we might have to go wand. As much as it'll pain me to have to go wand for the billionth and a half time, I think we actually have to go wand. Oh, no. Yeah, this might be a wand requirement kind of thing. There's just too much to have to deal with. Yeah, we're gonna have to go wand as our safety net. Not ideal, but has to be done. Alright, let me just take a yellow here. She's actually blessed right now. Unblessing her might actually be a bad idea. But if we can get things rolling. We need a little bit of mana there. If we can just get some cast off would be great. You got cleanse. That's great for momentum right now. We can cast this into taking the extra turn. Oh, but we're frozen on the extra turn right now, though. Convert all gems of a chosen color into good gargoyle. I can guarantee take a red. We don't actually extra turn from it, but we do get the explode from it. So we want to convert away something that isn't brown. We'll go for blue here. Do that. Take this. Get a billion good gargoyle gems. And now we should be good to go win. We just got to get rid of his barrier, land this extra turn, and we're fine. Problem is landing this extra turn is pretty important. So we get rid of your barrier so we can go one-shot you. We then one-shot you with this. Get our explosion. I can make the board smaller if I want. Not sure if that's useful at the moment. Compared to just casting Chalcedony right now. I'm gonna go for it, I guess. I'm gonna get rid of blue again. Go for Chalcedony on that and hope we land. Come on, we made the board that much smaller and we still miss. And he got all the good gargoyle gems because of it. Alright, we'll take a brown to a brown. Alright, we definitely have to run wand. As much as it'll pain me to have to run wand for the 1000th time. I think it's required. Oh, let's see. Dude, we just don't have counterplay to a billion stats effects without it. Which is too much of a liability. I feel like we use wand on like every team now, but this is why. This is pretty much exactly why we do. This does have enough damage to potentially kill if we get lucky. Okay, we have a chance. This is very chanceable. Though barely. Very barely, but doable. What's his roll? Never mind, he has way too much damage. I would have to get full mana right now and then cast twice. Go, go, go! That's just literally impossible. Alright, and then we die to it. Alright, we're gonna have to go wand. Fine. We'll go wand build. The one thing about going Wand, which is going to be nice, that does allow us to go and ditch Chalcedony for Lord or Slaughter, which will be a lot of fun. So I can now go Lord or Slaughter. That covers an extra color. Well, technically it doesn't matter because we're running Wand, but it does technically allow us to cover an extra color. And, yeah, that's our team now. Oh, he's actually running Silence. That's interesting. I gotta be really careful not to take a skull immediately. Hopefully we don't. Looks like we're good. Alright. No! We took a skull! Cascade, how could you do such a thing? Well, I might as well take more skulls now. We already took one, might as well take them all. How could you do such a thing, game? Why would you do that? I'm gonna convert away red. Then convert into everything. Get 1.5 billion value. There we go, that's what we want to see. Look at that Lord of Slaughter. Gosh, Lord of Slaughter is so absurdly good. Also, I'm glad you have one battle of leeway for these. Because you're actually allowed to lose one fight with no penalty. Which I'm glad they did that. Just in case you get really bad luck. You can't lose twice or otherwise you lose a lot of value. But if you only lose once on these, you actually lose no value at all. Now we'll get our wand down. There we go. Yeah, Lord of Slaughter wand's way better than trying to run a Chalcedony one. It's going to get frozen and every other random effect. Yeah, the Wand Stellarex build is very absurdly popular. It's kind of funny because on a lot of the weekly drafts where we can choose like what PvP battles go in, everyone keeps voting out the option that allows Takshaka. Like Takshaka into Stellarex. Obviously all of them allow Stellarex, so it's mostly just denying the color that allows Takshaka. But yeah, everyone's been voting it out. Everyone's getting tired of running against that team. It's just absolutely everywhere. Because it's just so strong right now. Like, if you have it, there's no reason not to use it. But because of that, now every single team is basically that. Oh, we do get kill here. I deny red and then explode. Oh, no! Oh, no, that still works. You don't bury it, right? Okay, that's fine. I forgot. You actually do damage. I was casting his ability thinking he would do nothing but the Gargoyle Gem, but I forgot. He actually does do an AoE poke with this thing. But that AoE poke killed the thing I was trying to kill, but luckily it killed... It did enough damage to the second slot that it didn't matter, ultimately. I sometimes forget how absurdly high Lord of Slaughter's damage is. He's still one of the best skull spammers in the entire game. It doesn't really change. It's just, he's just not really used much these days. But similar to many troops, he's still just as strong as he's always been. Just not necessarily as commonly used. I'm gonna gamble this. This is a really bad idea, never mind. Let me go wand first. Oh, that's a bad wand right there. Ooh. Luckily we get a good convert after. That was a horrifically bad wand. Something like yellow or something. I want to ideally do it on a color that isn't related to wand, so that wand has better rate of landing, extra turn. So basically yellow or purple. So we do this on yellow or purple, and then we do wand. Oh, don't revive. What are you doing? Don't be doing that. Alright, final fight. Yeah, final fight. Alright, this should be pretty free. Since it's not an actual person's team. Are we running Medal of Seasons? No, I'm not running Medal of Seasons. We're running Magic. But yeah, this team doesn't gain that much of a benefit from Magic. It's just not worth switching out for 5 battles. That we're going to be winning anyways. Oh, I forgot, you have 1.5 billion reduction. I should probably deal with that. I was hitting it as if that would die. Oh, this is the really good one that creates skulls. It's actually the strongest one of them. He creates Uber Doom Skulls with his convert. which is actually absurdly strong compared to the rest of them. Oh, come on, we gotta do one more battle here. Look at that. Alright, we'll do a Lord of Slaughter against this, I guess. Gotta go get our 25 silver marks. It's just sitting there waiting for us. That's interesting, then. That means every single one of our fights, except for the one where we do, like, the 5th Citadel one thingy, every single one of them counts as a battle towards the place. Which I never realized that until just now. Which is why we only need one more in order to go claim our silvers right now. And there's a 25 silver. Obviously it's not a lot, but better than not. 25 silver. For only one fight. Alright, how are we doing on rating? Oh yeah, we're not gonna get too much, it's perfect. Alright, I guess we'll go do our Valhawks. Actually, I'll wait till we get 2 and then we'll go do it. Just so we get some XP. We could do yellow. You know what, we are gonna do yellow. Yeah, we're gonna do yellow. Why not? Yellow's blood frenzied right now. Let's go get some extra points. We're gonna need them at some point. This will make it so we have all of our 5.7k we need for tomorrow. When we go do the hour PvP. I'm not too big of a fan of that one Ares thing. Like, it's not bad. I just feel like it's very volatile. I think its biggest issue is against Barrier. And since everyone's running Geomancer in that category, everyone pretty much is Barrier. It's an issue we ran into on the very first fight. Is we have to remove Barrier every single time we want to use it. But it does hit pretty hard. It's kind of like a Gorgoltha that does damage. But you only get the explodes if you get a kill. Which I guess makes it a little bit more similar to Arachnean Weaver, but with worse traits. And also physical damage instead of true damage. And also inconsistency instead of consistency. And also no web and has almost nothing in return. So I guess it's not quite like that. But somewhat like that. And it's just a really weird troop. It's in the category of not bad, but so rarely good. And 4 times Construct's like the only time you're really gonna run it. And even then, I still personally feel like Lord of Slaughter is better. Though I might have a bias, is Lord of Slaughter is probably one of like my top 10 favorite troops as far as like overall usability. Oh, so as soon as we finish up PvP, we'll go and go over the emotes. Because I definitely want your guys' feedback, because you guys will be the ones who use them. Actually, I guess we could start slowly going over them now. But I guess I kind of would want to lightning round them all at once rather than spread it out. The 69 emoji? Yes, we do have a 69 emoji. And if you want it to be anything different, let me know now, because any of these can be changed right now. So let me know. Stellarix emoji? No, we don't have a Stellarix emoji. I did have an emoji based on lack of balance. Though what they did for it is absurdly different than what I asked for, to enough of a degree where I am going to get it completely changed. But I do have an emote that is based on lack of balance, though it does not have Stellarix in it. The original one was going to have like a dragon and everything in it, but I think it had too much going on, which is why they made it something completely different. But I still kind of want something along the lines of what I originally asked for, which is kind of like a teeter-totter kind of thing, where something really big is on one side and then something really small, like a little bird or something, is on the other side, just to show lack of balance. Oh yeah, I do have a big RNG. It was supposed to be on an egg, but for whatever reason, they didn't do the text. It's kind of weird. All the ones that was supposed to be like a mix of image and text I think all of them except one actually has both. There was like 4 of them that were going to be a combination of image and text. But for whatever reason, only one of them actually has both. So that's something I'll definitely need to tweak when we make adjustments. But they're in like ultra draft right now, so now's the time to make changes. Also, I'm about to, okay. I have made my conclusion. We are never doing a blood frenzy ever again. I've learned my lesson. I feel like we do this every week. Like, oh, I'll go to the blood frenzy because it's technically worth it long term. Then we lose like 3 times in a row. It's like, I'm never doing a blood frenzy ever again. And then the next week, it's like, oh, I kind of want extra points. Let me go to the blood frenzy. And then the same thing happens again. Then we get absolutely decimated a couple times in a row. It's like, yeah, let's stop doing the blood frenzy. Even though it's technically, even if you only win 70% of the fights, it is still more VP per hour to have 70% win rate in a blood frenzy than to have like 95% in a non-blood frenzy. However, I just can't deal with it. It's just too annoying. Even though it's more VP per hour, it is like at least 3 times more annoying per hour. And that's a lot more annoying. Alright, we're at our Valhawk max, so let me go get our boost so we can get our final Valhawk, because that's basically what we're trying for right now anyways. So let's go get our thingy. So make it so we don't get magic anymore, or don't get EXP anymore. Yes, we do have a pick the door emote, though they didn't do it how I said to do it. They did it with 2 doors, which makes no sense, because it should be either 1 door or 3 door. My original pitch was 1 door. But the way that they did it is also very different than what I described, but also it's 2 doors, which doesn't make sense because we never have a 2-door thing. Which is why I wanted to do 1 door, because 3 door definitely wouldn't fit in an emote. And 2 door makes no sense, given the context in which we use them in. Yeah, door with a question mark is basically what I described, but for whatever reason is not what we got. Which is perfectly fine. It's obviously the draft phase, so now's the time to go fix everything. Keep in mind, all of these are like absurdly drafty draft. Like literally rough sketch, probably done in like 10 minutes kind of draft. They will be fully fleshed out by the time we end up using them. But yeah, question mark door was what was pitched. I would go get all the text of everything I pitched, but it's actually like 10 paragraphs long. It looks like a patch notes for Gems of War. It is so long. But yeah, a lot of them are quite a bit different than what was described, but they can be adjusted easily. As soon as we get our last Valhawk here, we'll go start showing them. Or did we already get it? And I'm not paying attention. Because it sounds like exactly something that would happen. I go check. Oh, never mind. We're not even in a mode where we can get it. I remember what I was doing. I was getting the magic buff so we can then go and get our last Valhawk. Will this Citadel Guardians become troops to get? Likely yes. It seems like how they might be obtainable in the future based on the hints we've gotten so far is when we get the 3rd PvP currency. The 3rd PvP currency are likely going to be used to obtain a version of the Guardian troops. Will they be as broken as the ones we see in-game? Probably not. Otherwise, that's going to be a very annoying meta if everyone has something that tanky. It's probably going to be the most annoying meta to ever exist in the history of the game if they're actually come in like that. But we don't know currently what state they're going to come in, but it will likely require the 3rd new PvP currency that currently does not exist. That we also don't know how we're going to earn. But yes, they are likely to come into the game, and it will likely be one of the few things that the 3rd PvP currency is used for. When that is happening, who knows? Could be next patch, could be a couple patches from now. But that does seem... they are going to be coming to the game in some way, shape, or form, most likely. Though they are likely going to be toned down a lot from what they are as troops. Because I can't possibly see them adding things that absurdly annoying. Because they have immune to basically everything. And 75% skull and spell reduction. Meaning you can't insta-kill them and they effectively take 25% damage from everything. Which means you would have to kill the team 4 times over compared to something that had no tank ability. So it would make every fight take 4 times longer. Which is so absurdly bad. for reasons that do not need to be explained. If every PvP fight you ever do takes 4 times longer to win. Could you imagine that? So to some degree, hopefully they don't come to the game. That or hopefully no one uses them. Because it can quite possibly make all PvP fights take 4 times longer. Which is horrible. That sounds horrific. But anyways, let's start going over these emote things. Alright, let's finally go into them. So, we got 10 of these things. Keep in mind, we can change them to absolutely anything, so feedback is welcome. Let's start with the very first one. Go. The hello emote. So, in order to fit all the O's, we do have it horizontally. And other than that, it's basically just nice blocky text. Easy to read. Nice and vertical, so it will fit. Obviously, we had to consolidate 3 hellos into one single message. But we still have the double L and double O. Well, obviously. Ew? What? How else would you want it? Diagonally? Diagonally the other direction? Like, we could try doing it vertically. I mean, horizontally. But the problem horizontally is it has very little room to fit. Because, of course, currently we have it as 3 emotes. But obviously now it has to be 1 emote. So the solution is diagonal. I couldn't really think of any other way to do it, so diagonal it is. I don't know, what do you guys think? Yes, no? Needs more, needs less? Yes, we will get down to the 69 emo. I think it's like in 2 emotes from now. I don't know, what are the thoughts? What color? Color scheme's likely going to be white, yellow, and black. As is pretty much the color scheme for the channel. I'm still not 100% sure how it will be, but obviously that could be changed in the future. But, probably yellow with white outline? I'm not actually sure. I can't remember what I said for the thing off the top of my head. But it would be any combination of yellow, white, and or black. Like, whatever it's going to be, it's obviously going to be readable. Like, currently we have, yellow with black outline. Is the way that it currently is. So what do you guys think? Hello is fine? Obviously none of these are colored or anything yet. They're all, like, absurdly rough sketch. Yes, no, maybe so. Diagonal hello work? Because obviously now it takes up 1 emote instead of 3. In order for us to actually have other emote. Let's see. Whatever color this is. That would be black in that cyan color. I was gonna do that. It's kind of like the same color that the Soon TM is. I don't know, would you guys want it in that color? Like the same color that the TM is in our current Soon TM? Or it's like that bright cyan with a black outline? Add more O's? I did ask for a lot of O's. But we got 3 O's. We could technically have O's around it as like sparkles. Like sparkle O's. That was one thing that I did mention, though they didn't do. Was to add a bunch of O's around it as like sparkles. Would that work? Like almost like ovals and other circles. Because obviously you can't really put many more O's onto it. But we can put O's around it in the 2 dead zones in the top left and top bottom right. Make the O's look like eyes? Yeah, currently they kind of look like something else, I just realized. Sparkles? What, you don't want sparkly hello? I don't know, I just feel like something should be in that dead space. There's a lot of dead space in like bottom left, bottom right kind of thing. The previous O comment was the previous one. Or make the O's look like eyes? I don't know, do we make the O's look like eyes? I don't know, should we? The Hooters font? Is that Hooters font? I have no clue what the Hooters logo even looks like. Yes, the Hooters font! The Hooters fonts with double O's? Oh gosh. Yeah, it is kind of what they look like. Those little circles there. Hooters font with the double O's looking like that. Oh gosh. I wouldn't be against it, though. It would be funny. I don't know. Are you guys against the sparkle O's? I'm not sure about the Hooter double O, though. It's kind of one of the reasons why there's probably 3 there instead of 2. Because 2 would very much look like something else. The 3 kind of looks like 3 of them. But anyways, let's go to the next one. What do we have next? Browse. You have the Soon TM. This one, they end up doing something with it. I believe this is a reference to something. I can't remember what. But I believe this is a reference to something. We have a Soon TM arrow. Oh no, what do you guys think? Yes, no? Something else? Something different? Keep it as is. But you have a Soon TM arrow. This is a reference to something, though I cannot think of what it is. I think it might be like something JoJo related, though I have no clue what that even is. Yeah, that is so plain. Oh no, give feedback. What do you guys want? We can do literally anything, so mention something. We need ideas. But yeah, I just said I needed a Soon TM and just do a design for it, so this is what we got. But if you guys have anything to mention, we could change this to literally anything. Now would be the time. Make the O? What do you mean by make the O? Make the O's of the Soon look... No, Lester, we're not going to make everything look like that. RNG. We do have an RNG emote, though they removed the RNG from the emote, so it doesn't even look like the emote. Lester, we're not going to make all the O's look like that. The hello is already bad enough. I don't know, what are your guys' feedback on it? I saw a couple of hesitations, but no one has actually mentioned any alternative. I couldn't really think of anything either. I was just like, do Soon TM and just do whatever for it. And this is what they did. So I don't really know. Like, there's only so much you could do with a Soon TM. Which is why even our emote is just literally Soon and then TM below it. The double O should be a unifying font. That is true. The O's probably should be similar to the previous O's. That would make sense. If the O's in this look like the O's in the other one. To keep consistent font. Alright, that's what you are mentioning. Okay, yeah, we could definitely do that. We could definitely make the O's of the hello and the O's of the soon have the same font. Honestly, they should all probably be same font, so I will mention that. If they were to all be same font, they should probably all be hello's font, right? Like, if we were to make all of them a font, they should all be probably this font. Like, you know, along the lines of this, like, really blocky, heavy text. And the O's that look like not O's. Not that they don't look like O's, but you know what they look like. But as far as the design of the Soon TM, what's the alternative? Does anyone have any suggestions? Like, if it's not this, what do we do with it? What if it looked like an under construction sign with the Soon TM on it? That could work. An under construction sign? Soon on a stop sign. Stop sign could work too. Soon TM on stop sign with really big block letters. Keep the old one? True. We could just keep the old one and do something completely different. That is an option. I just kind of wanted all of them to be uniform, which is kind of why I was going to get a new one. 3 O's reminds you of Total Recall. Hello should have 4 O's. O should come in pairs. If only it could look like Salty saying it. How does he say it? I don't think I've ever heard him say Soon TM. You do like the old one? I know, we could always keep the old Soon TM. And then just do something completely different. I don't know, would you guys be up for that then? Soon on a stop sign, you like that? Okay, I'll have him do the stop sign one. But if we ever want to switch back to the old Soon TM, we can. So we can kind of switch between them. But yeah, we'll go with the stop sign one. Which is like an in-between of the construction sign one and the other one. But we could also just do something completely... yeah, I don't understand the error. It's some kind of reference to something. But I don't get the reference. You guys go into the reference. So yeah, we'll definitely change it. I might just do something completely different. Okay, 69. This is not the really weird one. But this is probably the one that Lester will have the most say on if we should change. No, it's... But anyone who likes to spam 69 in chat, I need your feedback. Because we could do anything to this. I originally said, like, kind of do like a yin and yang kind of sign, but have them separate as 6 and 9. Though they ended up going down the heart design, which ended up looking like this. But of course, we can make this absolutely anything. So any feedback of all you 69ers out there, let me know. Because you guys are the ones spamming this. Yes, we do have a 69 emote. But, feedback. What should we change it to? Is this fine? Something different? We need the 69 feedback. A heart design? We do have a heart design for something else, though it is way different than how I described it. To a degree, that's really funny. Hearts don't fit you? You like it? Isabel likes it. Yeah, Lester is the 69 master. So I'm curious what Lester thinks about it. They should be more curved. True. Yeah, that's what I originally said. Like a really curved 69 that looks like the yin and yang sign. So that they both kind of connect together. Instead of hearts, make it look like the O's of the soon and the hello. Actually, honestly, that would work out good. We need to go with this uniformity of the O's with that design. We're gonna have an O uniformity across all these emotes. It's like a kid's drawing. Well, keep in mind, these are ultra rough sketch. Obviously, they will be fleshed out a bit more later. How much more so? Who knows? But this is the friends of mine who'd end up doing this. Getting them for a few bucks each, so. Better than paying $5+ for each. Yeah, these are ultra rough draft. His 2-year-old nephew did the drawing. He's 40 something. So, verdict is make them more curvy and connected, kind of. And make them circle instead of hearts. They have no fantasy. Well, they did definitely go quite a bit different on this next one. I think this next one is probably fine. Because there's a troop in game that, let me get rid of this. There's a troop art. I can't remember where it's from. I want to say either Kedar or Kazil. I think it was Kazil. Where is it? Let me see if I could find a troop before I... Not that one. I'm in Kedar. It was right the first time. Where's that one troop? The problem is this is troop art, not its actual art. So I can't remember which one it is that I'd be mentioning this for. Yeah, that. You know how this is, allowed? It is not considered, naughty in any way. I should probably show that context before we show this. Because this is the one that's do we do this? So this was supposed to be a heart with wings. You know how you have a heart and sometimes you have wings on it, angel wings on the side? But they end up going down a bit of a different route. And I'm pretty sure we're going to need a more standardized heart emote. Because we got this. A dragon butt. For that one character that we have on the channel. There's a little tail there, heart-shaped thing. But yeah, this was the one that was quite a bit different than what was initially described. But also kind of funny, but also not sure if this works as a heart emote. But if you guys like it, we could keep it. That's good. See, Lester likes it. What the heck is that? That's not good. Oh no, I was definitely going to change it to more of a heart design. You're crying here, Isabel. The problem is, I don't feel like this is a heart emote. It's not good, you'd get banned. I know, that was my biggest concern with it. Is it slightly too suggestive? Is my biggest concern with this one. Is it just a little bit too far? This, if we made those more circular and everything, that's definitely not too far. The booty emote. But I do feel like that other one goes slightly too far. It looks like a bum because it is. But I feel like for not getting banned purposes, Even though stuff like this never does. Like, I could keep this on screen for, like, an hour. You know, we're not going to get banned for that. I feel like if we have it as an emote, it's just a bit too much. It looks like a thing coming out from the heart. It's supposed to be a tail. Gosh, you guys have too you have too dirty of a mind. All right, so I will show the next one then. So next one is door. We already know the change we're doing to door. I'm really confused as to what this initial design was, because this initial design is very different than what I pitched. But we have 2 doors. Obviously, we need 1 door. We just need 1 really fancy looking door. And I'm very confused by this design. Obviously, this is still very, very rough. But I'm very confused as to why it's so different than what was described. Tacit After Dark, I know, right? But obviously, we already know what change we're doing for this. We're going to make it 1 really fancy looking door, which is what I pitched, but not what we got. But it's going to be 1 really fancy looking door with a question mark, couple of question marks on it. This one's actually really obvious we're changing it to, so I don't really need much feedback on that. This was supposed to be the RNG one, but for whatever reason, we got a really shiny egg. So I did say very shiny egg, but I meant it in an actual shiny egg, and not in like, what's this called? There's a special name for this. But it was supposed to have the word RNG on it, because obviously this is our RNG emote, which doesn't even look even remotely like an RNG emote currently. But, what is this called? It's like one of those imbued egg things. It has a special name. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. But, yeah, it doesn't have RNG written on it like, I initially mentioned. But, I don't know. This big shiny egg, is the premise for this. So if that works, add RNG on it, boom. We definitely need this to be a little bit different, that's for sure. Yeah, Fabergé egg is what it's supposed to be. With RNG written on it, though currently no RNG on it. And maybe a little bit bigger, just so the RNG is very readable. Originally, it was just supposed to be 1 really shiny-looking egg with RNG written on it. But they made it into a Fabergé egg. Or however it's called. Open double doors with a question mark. But anyways, this one, I don't know, if you guys just like shiny eggs, should be fine. I don't know, do you want it just a normal egg or a Fabergé egg is basically the main question here. This one looks fine? Okay. Yeah, it's basically this with RNG plopped on it, is the game plan. Anyways, next one. But I don't know, what are your guys' plans? Normal egg or Fabergé egg? Fabergé egg fine? It's basically that with RNG written on it, if so. Oh, this next one's really funny. They didn't actually do one of the thing. What's this emote? This is supposed to be the RNG emote. For if we ever get lucky. Looks like a celestial egg. Yeah, that's kind of like the whole thing. It's supposed to look like the dragon eggs and stuff like that. Could also work for like shiny eggs and Pokemon. You know, it kind of works for everything. It's just the RNG egg for all things. And basically the general RNG emote, for whatever reason, doesn't have RNG written on it, as I mentioned. This other next one also doesn't have the text that I mentioned on it, for reasons I do not know. I'm really curious if any of you can guess what bird this is. Because I'm pretty sure in 20 guesses, none of you can get this one. So there is actually a bird that has the exact color scheme of our dragon. And it's probably one of my favorite birds. And this was going to be our bird emote for general bird things. Because I like birds. And while this is a little bit different than the exact position I wanted for it, and doesn't have the text of just "it's screaming bird," like that one meme kind of thing. But can any of you guess what bird this is? A pigeon? No. Okay, let's play Guess the Bird. Can any of you guess which bird this is? I'm pretty sure with 100 guesses, none of you will get it, unless one of you really know this obscurely. Actually, I even forget how it's even spelled off the top of my head. Peacock? No, but good guess. Any other guesses for what bird this is? Peacock, also not correct. Peacock? No, Lester. Rooster? No. The funny thing is, I actually forget its name off the top of my head. Let me actually go double check. I know how to find it if I was due. Yes! Akash got it! A bloated bird that had too much food. Yes. It is called... Oh gosh, why did I forget its name? I want to say a Volopach? I want to get the spelling so I can go Google it real quick. Because it'd be very bad if we spell it incorrectly when doing a Google search on a live stream. Let me see. There it is. Vajal Cop. It is absurdly annoying to spell. Alright. Let's go look this thing up. So, it is this bird right here. If I can get to a Google search. How do I do a new tab on this thing? New tab, new tab, new tab. New tab. Let's see. But yeah, this thing. This bird. Images. Where are you? But yes, it is this bird. And that bird. And this bird. And that bird. And all these birds. All this bird. Oh, that's way too small. Let's see. There it is. Yeah, it's a cute little thing. It's a very obscure bird, but a very cool looking bird. And I wanted screaming bird just for random bird things. This is more so for me than you guys. But it's like my favorite looking weird bird. It's not necessarily my favorite bird in existence, but I love its color scheme and everything about it. So we're going with this bird emote. Because I wanted at least one bird emote, and this is our bird emote. And I wanted screaming bird with the text on the bottom, but for whatever reason he didn't actually do that. But that's easy to change, obviously. As far as design, I don't know, would you want him in a different position, or is this fine for design-wise? Because we might just keep him like that. Obviously there's a lot of positions we can do for reference. This is probably one of his more well-known ones. Which is probably why he did that one. It has an amazing mating dance. Yes, it looks really funny if you've ever seen footage of it. But yes, I like the bird. Bird is cool. But anyways, there's bird. Alright, next one. You can't see anything? Oh, sorry. There's bird. Sorry, I had the other thing up. But yeah, this is bird. Obviously, it would be fleshed out and everything once we get further. You like this bird? Yes, I also like this bird. It's one of my favorite birds. So that'll be our bird emote. Oh, oops, that's not what I want to open. I'm trying to change my image. Anyways, next image. Okay, this next image I might as well not even show. Because I think what happened here is my initial pitch for this design was way too complicated to fit into an emote. So instead of making something like it, they made something completely different, which I'm very confused by. It is a boat sinking. What this is supposed to be is lack of balance. So obviously they did a boat sinking, which is lack of balance. However, the original pitch for this was, you know those seesaws? So basically a straight line. You know, the concept of drawing a straight line. But I was going to have a seesaw where it's like a small little bird or something else on one side and then like an elephant, so we have at least one elephant emote. The Titanic emote. But the original pitch was something like one very big creature on one side, one very small creature on other side on like a little seesaw. Obviously, the small creature would be all the way up because they're way lighter, big creature down, and it'd be the lack of balance emote. So yeah, we're not going to have a Titanic, no worries. But so that we can include elephant or even just an elephant in general, I was probably going to do that. With something small, probably just being a bird, because why not? Seems easy enough. And then the other side being an elephant. So this one definitely needs to get changed. I'm not sure why it was changed so much from the initial. I think the initial pitch was a bit too wordy and had too much going on. But I'm not sure why it changed to this. Justice with unbalanced scales? Yeah, that's what was my original pitch, was to have the balanced scales. But then they said, could they do a seesaw? And then they didn't do the seesaw, they did this. So it got changed twice, and now it's nowhere near where it should be. But yeah, I was going to do, I think at this point, it was going to be seesaw, bird on one side, elephant on one side. That'll be our elephant emote, also our lack of balance emote. Just so we can throw an elephant in there for Isabel and everyone else who might want one still. It's a really obscure reference from a while back, but might as well. Yeah, should have Kraken tentacles grabbing the boat. Well, we're not doing a ship sinking emote. That's not what this is supposed to be. Or at least wasn't intended for what this was supposed to be. But anyways, let's go into the next one. What even is the next one? We should be at the... Oh, yeah. So this one is... This one's based on a meme. Though what they did with it is way different than initially. So this one is based on... Oh, gosh, I can't remember what the name of the meme was. But it's basically our dragon protecting a hoard of gold, but there's no hoard of gold below him. Finger can go away. I think it just did it almost like 1-to-1 based on the actual meme of it. But it's basically just going to be our little dragon defending a hoard of gold because we hoard stuff way too much in games. And this was going to be our hoarding emote. Probably no text because something like hoard probably is way too big for text as it's like 5 letters long. But this was going to be our hoarding emote with our dragon just upon a bunch of gold defending it. But obviously all these are absurdly rough sketch. They'll be fleshed out later. But that's pretty much the premise. I'm not sure why I did the finger because this doesn't need any finger there. No, Lester, that isn't what you think it is. It's supposed to be a finger. Actually, I can probably go find the emote. Let me go see if I can go find it real quick. Let's see. Though I probably shouldn't search Google randomly for something like that, so never mind. I forgot we're streaming right now. I was going to try finding like a really specific meme, but knowing Google, it could come up with like any other number of things. So, actually probably won't show that right now. But some of you might know what it's from. Better use Cedric? No. We're not going to use Cedric for that. The creature should be kneeling? Let's see. What was the other feedback? Shouldn't the bird be the heavy one? Wait, why would the bird be the heavy one? I guess if you're talking about unbalanced. That would be funny, though. Actually, that would be really, really funny. Hold up. That is true. What if we had the bird be the heavy one? Actually, Bill Warhammer has a good idea. That would be really, really funny. Wait, I like that. Hold up. What if we have the bird be heavier than the elephant? True. The bird is heavy because it's unbalanced. That is very true. Honestly, we got to do that. That is so funny. Better use Cedric. Creature should be kneeling. Let's see. Do you do an annual gold drop on Christmas Day? Put a Santa hat on him? Yeah, the Slug Hoarder. That's what it's from. Hey, Jamie actually got the meme that's based on. He kind of did it a little bit too one-to-one for what I was hoping for. But yeah, that's the exact meme it's based on. Jamie got it. There we go. Anyways, the final one was just our character holding a GG thing. I think it was doing a controller and had GG under it. For whatever reason, this is the only one that I said to do extra text on that actually had the extra text. Like the RNG one didn't have it, the bird one didn't have it. I'm not sure why this one was the only one. Keep in mind, this is absurdly rough. They've done a lot better designs than this. This is obviously just like very quick sketch kind of thing. But just basic GG. Same font as the other one. Honestly, we need to standardize all this font to be the same. So similar to how the Hello font is, that's likely the font we'll be using for absolutely all of them. Just our dragon head holding a controller in his mouth with a GG under it. Figure just a generic GG one. As we don't really have a GG emote at the moment, and I feel like you're kind of obligated as a gaming channel to have one. So we're getting one. Not sure how much it would get used, but we currently have a head emote right now, but it's not really doing anything other than having a wide open mouth. So I figured this could be the replacement for it, since we don't currently have one. But that was pretty much the game plan. But yeah, so verdict is, let's go through them again. So what are your guys' thoughts on all the things? So, let's see. GG looks like his shoes. Yeah, it does look kind of weird where it's positioned overall. So, hello. Was there any changes for hello? I still kind of wanted the sparkle O's, even though some people seem to not want it. Mostly Lester. I don't know. What do you guys think on the hello? So, obviously we're standardizing pretty much all this to this text if we can. I'm not sure if we could fit more O's there. So I did say fit as many O's as possible. Okay, have 4 O's? Okay, we're definitely going for 4 O's then. We will get a 4th O in there. So that one's 4th O. This one is... What did we say for soon TM? I actually forget now. Oh yeah, we were going to do a stop sign for it. Stop sign, but do the other text. And have that as soon TM. And have it along those lines. So we'll do that. Next, 69, make the circles, make the hearts, get rid of the hearts, make it closer to each other, and have the circles be more like the other circles. Next, we're just completely scrapping this. It's really funny, but for realistic reasons, we, what my original thing was to have it as the heart emote as what do you call it? As like wings around it. Because I think that other one might be too suggestive to have on YouTube. Do not scrap that. My only concern with this one is obviously we got to change the tail to not look weird. But obviously it's a sketch, so it'll look way different. But I don't know. Should we keep this one? The problem is this is our heart emote. And would you guys want to spam that as a heart emote? Obviously it'll be cleaned up quite a bit and changed a little bit. But I don't know. Do you want it to look like a butt or more like a heart with wings? I know, we could do a vote. Butt or heart with wings? I could do a vote right now. I'll go do it. Let's see. We'll do a vote in chat right now. Butt or heart with wings for the heart? Or other. Though I guess I'll keep other underneath the other category. Let's see. So we'll do a vote real quick. Let's see. Start a poll. What should our hearts emote be? Butt or heart with wings. Let's do those two. If you want to pick other, also pick heart with wings, I guess. But it's butt versus, I guess, everything else. Let's see what wins. I just need to double check with YouTube before I do it, if we do butt. Because we do not need to get a strike on the channel for showing a butt. But as long as it's not like a super suggestive butt, it should be fine. Like, obviously stuff like that is, like, generally safe. But knowing YouTube, who knows? I think we can get away with it. It really comes down to, should we try to get away with it? Alright, butt is overwhelmingly winning. And obviously, if you want to do a normal heart emote, there are like a billion heart emotes out there. So it's not like there'll be a lack of heart emotes. Gems in place of the circles on the 69? We could technically do that. Because I feel like I kind of want something a bit more creative for the 69. I still kind of like the yin and yang sign kind of thing. See if they can maybe change it to that. Maybe coloration-wise they will. Who voted for Heart with Wings? Wait, what's the vote at right now? For butt versus Heart with Wings or other? It seems to be overwhelmingly butt. Okay, fine. We'll keep the butt. We just have to make it safe for work enough for YouTube to not smite us. But as long as it gets past the YouTube check, we'll go with the butt. Which we're gonna have a bunch of butt hearts in chat now. Anyways, oh yeah, next one. So what were we still doing? So, where were we? So 69 we went over. There's the butt. Next, obviously, I'm not sure why this is 2 doors. There's obviously gonna be one really fancy door. I'm very confused as to what this current design was supposed to be. Because it's quite a bit different than initially described, but that's why we have rough sketches for. This will probably keep almost exactly as is, but make it a little bit bigger and add the word RNG to it in the same text font that we've seen in all the other ones. This is our RNG emote for when we get good RNG, or bad RNG, though mostly good RNG. But it's also for egg opening, shinies in games, like Pokemon, like, it has multiple versatilities. But it's mostly our universal RNG emote. And we'll have the text of RNG written on it. I'm not sure why, but every single one that was supposed to have, like, extra text on it pretty much didn't get the extra text for reasons I do not know. Did you see this comment? What if, Valentine's arrows enters the X? I'm confused as to what you mean by that. What if Valentine's arrows enters the X? The X on what? Tessa keeps saying butt. Let's see. Why have a SpongeBob house emote? It's not supposed to be a pineapple. It'll look much more eggy later. It's supposed to be like a little Fabergé egg thingy. Anyways, so this one's fine. Just add RNG to it. Boom, we're good. Not seeing any complaints. Oh, for the heart emote? No, I'm not putting anything in the X. No, that would be too far for YouTube. You do not put anything in the X shape on the heart emote or the butt emote, whatever you want to call it. We got our bird. This one was mostly for myself because I almost want to spam this. It'll basically be this, but with the word bird on the bottom and obviously fleshed out. All these will be fleshed out. These are all ultra rough sketches. But yes, this is a really cool bird. We will all learn to love this bird because this is our bird emote. And we're pretty adamant on that, so let's keep moving. Anyways, bird, pretty good. Next, this was supposed to be our unbalanced one. So for this, we'll have a very small bird on one side that's outweighing an elephant. Because that sounds way too funny to not do. I think it was Bill Warhammer who mentioned that. But yeah, that's way too funny. We gotta go for it. That's just too perfect. But yes, our unbalanced emote is gonna be a bird on... That was originally what it was supposed to be. Like a teeter-totter with a bird, or like something very light on one side and very heavy on the other. But, yeah, it's still the game plan. I'm not sure why we got this. But that will be changed to what was originally asked for. This one will not have the finger pointing and will be on a Hoard of Gold. Basically just a dragon hoarding a bunch of stuff and protecting it. Which I guess that's what that's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure. It's just not fleshed out. Like, this little oval thing that he's on, I think is supposed to be a hoard of gold. And this is obviously supposed to be a finger. No, Lester, it's not what you think it is. It's not that, it's a finger. It's a rough sketch. But, I'm pretty sure I'm going to remove the finger, so Lester and anyone else can't possibly think it's something else. Because I never asked for this. This was just in the meme, so I guess he put it here too. But this will be removed for suggestive reasons. Even if it's all fleshed out and doesn't look anything like it, I still want it removed. And it'll just be a dragon hoarding a bunch of gold and protecting that gold. And aside from that, what was left? Oh yeah, I never really got any feedback on this one. I don't know, what do you guys think on this one? It's basically just our dragon head holding a controller and has a GG on under it. This can be changed to absolutely anything. I didn't really hear much feedback on it when we mentioned it earlier. But I figured we have some kind of GG emote for GG purposes. But whatever the rest of the emote is can be pretty much anything. I'm not really adamant on anything one way or another. Give it a fingernail? Well, obviously it's going to be fleshed out. These are like absurdly rough sketches. Like, these aren't going to be anywhere near what the final product is. At least for most of them. Obviously for the text, a little bit more so. But for like all these images, like, they're going to be way more fleshed out. Just GG and gamepad. What, no head for it? But then we don't have any head. We need a head emote. Oh no, our current head looks like this one. Let's see, where's my head emote? We gotta have at least one head emote. Like, I know our character isn't, like, particularly relevant on this channel, but we can't have, like, 0 head emotes. I'm trying to find where my head emote is. Why can I not get it? Let's see. Why is it so hard for me to, Yes, that didn't sound good. Yes, we need to get head. But, our current head emote is literally just an image cropped down. Yeah, there it is. I got it before you, Bill. There we go. But yeah, that's our current head emote. But, I don't know. I still wanted to keep a head. For head purposes. It just feels weird having, like, literally 0 head emotes. Especially when you look at, like, the average person's emotes, and it's, like, 3/4 head. And ours is, like, 1 out of 10 head. Currently. Tessa keeps saying head. Oh, no, we could change the design of it. If you guys want something different for the design. But we're definitely keeping head. The head in GG has to stay. Everything else can change. Like how the head is, or anything else related to it can change. But the head in GG kind of have to stay. That's a lot to fit in a 32x32 icon. Yeah, that's the issue with a lot of these. Is they are working with very small amount of space. That was the problem with a lot of the things I probably pitched, and why some of them were quite a bit different. Is you do have to keep in mind, every single one needs to go be 64x64, or 32x32 on mobile, I believe. Actually, no, I think it's 24x24 and 48x48 or something. I can't remember. It's either 24x24, 48x48, or 32x32 and 64x64. I actually forget. But they will be slightly smaller on mobile and slightly bigger on PC. But these do default, like, really, really small. Am I drunk? No, I'm not drunk. But anyways, is that everything on them? Any other feedback for any of them? Any other anythings? Hopefully I'll remember all that feedback and go mention it all. I'll just rewatch this part of the stream. But anyways. So you guys are fine with those 10 emotes and all the changes that we mentioned? Yes, no, maybe so. Also, I can't believe the heart butt one. I'm going to need to get a version of it that doesn't have the hole. Just in case YouTube is weird about it. It'll still look like a butt, though. But anyways. If you guys still want to do normal hearts, there are plenty of normal hearts out there. But anyways, guys. I think that will be those. Anyways, this is not the end of stream. That's just the end of our emotes. Until we get further sketches and stuff for them. But I'll show you them to you guys along the entire process. As we get them done. Anyways, what do we have left for dailies? I think the only thing we had left was to go run faction. So let's go run the faction already. It's in the title of the stream. But yeah, let's go run faction. So we're just going to run Guards Avatar team. Same one we mentioned on Monday, of course. You do have access to Arwayne and stuff like that. But I don't know. I kind of want to use the newly buffed Guards Avatar. We haven't had too many opportunities to use them yet, and now's a good excuse to go use them. As he's pretty good for this kind of thing. Also, the best part is I don't even need to change the magic because, change the armor anymore. You're just curious about the colors? General color scheme is going to be black, white, and yellow. Oh, and cyan. Those 4 colors. Of course, as we start getting them colored, they can be changed accordingly. But not really the character. The character is a very specific color. But, so that means the heart emote's going to be, like, black and cyan, then. If you're wondering, like, what color the heart's going to be. Because if it's based on the character's colors, some people actually think it's, like, blue and that, like, cyan color. But just because that one image that I have as, like, my profile image for this YouTube channel has really weird moonlighting that makes my character look a lot bluer than it actually is. But it's actually black and cyan. Like, you know that Volo Pochli thing we were just showing? It's this color scheme. Like, if you're wondering, like, what color, like, that heart emote and stuff would be, it's this general color scheme. It's actually the same color scheme that my character has. Oddly enough. Which is kind of funny because I didn't even know about this bird before I made the character. But I didn't realize there's also a bird that has the exact color scheme as the character. It's like, oh yeah, that kind of works. It was like that kind of color scheme. Black, white, yellow, and cyan color. With that one blue color being the cyan color. It should be crooked at the bottom to play tribute to the Heart of Death. Oh gosh. But yeah, I'll let you guys know when we have further feedback on it. Could be a week or 2. Not sure exactly what time frame, but they should be done within the next, like, month and a half. Not really in any rush for it. That's a cool looking bird. Yeah, it's one of my favorite looking birds of all time. It's gonna be our best bird emote. And now whenever we see a bird in a game, we will have a bird emote that can be spammed. To pay tribute to the birds. As well as the best bird. I like birds. Birds, dragons, dinosaurs, anything like around that parameter of creatures. All pretty cool. Yep, there's also a bird. The Twitter bird. Oh yeah, Twitter's still called X, isn't it? Do people still call it X yet? Have people actually accepted that Twitter is now called X, or do people still call Twitter Twitter? I've been on Twitter lately to know if it's called Twitter or X these days. Like, obviously it's called X, but does anyone actually call it X now? Has it been long enough that it has converted to X, or does everyone still call it Twitter? It's kind of insane that something with absurdly good name recognition would ever change its name like that. It's like if YouTube tomorrow started to become names like, Video X. Or something. That's basically what Twitter did. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitter in a very long time either. The only thing I've been keeping track on tabs on Twitter-wise are a couple games. Like Brighter Shores and, oh gosh, what's that one Sims game? Paralives. There's a small indie team that's been working on, like, the Sims game that everyone always wanted. How exactly it'll turn out by the end, who knows? They've been working on it for years, but it's called Paralives, if you guys haven't heard of it. And if you guys are any fan of The Sims, it's basically a very long-term indie game that's trying to make The Sims that everyone wants, since The Sims won't do it. But it's going to be like a no microtransaction kind of just buy once kind of Sims game with every quality of life that every Sims player would ever want. It's been in like development for so long because it's such a small dev team. Like, I'm pretty sure it's been almost a decade now. But I think they're actually going into like a beta or alpha within the next year or 2. Though Brighter Shores is coming way earlier than that. Brighter Shores is like in literally a few months. Their beta should actually be in about a month or two from now. And it should be released in about 2 or 3 months. I'm still curious to see where Paralives goes. As it has potential to be a really good Sims-like game. Like on the level or even better of like the actual Sims franchise. Use 2 angry mobs, a Rowan, and Angel's Faith. That could definitely work. Oh, sorry, 2 Rowans, I mean. Yeah, double Rowan cast kills the entire range. I tend to not use Rowan when we don't have access to Mirage Queen. Otherwise, I probably would be. It's just slightly clunkier. It's not too big a deal, though. It's definitely a very cheap, accessible team that still works for everything. I just really like Guard's avatar for some reason. Especially since he got his buff, because now he basically never stops one-shotting. Or at least for the range that you need to do on a Tuesday event anyways. But yeah, was it Bill Warhammer that mentioned the bird thing earlier? Because that was, like, way too funny. Because my original concept for it was to have, like, a big dragon on one side, because, you know, because of Stellaryx and everything. Like, have one big dragon on one side and then have, like, something small on the other side, like, just like a little mini bird or something. But having the bird be bigger than an elephant, or, you know, stronger than an elephant, like, way heavier than it, is, like, the perfect representation of unbalanced. I'm not sure why I didn't do that initially for it. Well, for one, I'm not sure why I didn't do the initial design, but also, that's even better than the initial design. Because the initial design was to have a scale like that, but it was going to be the other way around, where the dragon was the heavier one, because obviously Stellaryx and stuff like that, and then the bird was going to be the light one. But having the bird be heavier is just too funny. I can't get over that. That definitely has to be a thing. Also, it'll make it so we have an elephant emote. In case Isabel wants it or anything. Because I know she somewhat wanted Elephie. And that's about the closest we're going to get. Also, the voting won on the butt, so we are keeping the butt. Even though that's not even remotely what I initially asked for. It seems like you guys want butt more than not butt. I'm not sure if everyone will who doesn't want butt will get annoyed by the fact that we might have some people spamming butt. Because you thought people spamming 69 was bad. Wait till they move on to 69 with butts. So that's still questionable, but if you guys really want it, I'll keep it. As long as there is not, like, enough opposition to say no. Because I'm perfectly fine with it. I just feel like to an average viewer, that could be off-putting to some people. Obviously, it's not, like, a very obvious butt, but, you know. Like, once it's fully designed, it's not going to be, like, as bad. In the butt department. But still probably will be. I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not finished yet. We'll find out when it's done. To be determined. It's hilarious. Honestly, out of all of them, that was something different than what I asked for. The butt one is definitely the funniest one, I do have to say. I think it's the only one that got improved by being not what I asked for. Every other one was either neutral or slightly worse than what was asked for. That's fine, that's what the rough draft phase is for. Not like anything here is finalized. Can we talk into an apple emoji with an arrow into the X in honor of William Tell? William Tell? I'm trying to think of who that is. Also, keep in mind, we will be able to add more emotes later down the line as well. The only reason I went for 10 at first is because that's all we can have with how many current people have joined the channel. But as that number goes up, we will be able to add more. Though we have been hovering around like the 30-something area. How many we need to actually go higher than that? Now, I might try to find a way to add more benefits to joining the channel. Because right now it's just an icon next to your name and emotes. I'm just not really sure what to do for rewards. Because I don't want to, like, pay gate any content on the channel or anything like that. I'm not really sure what to ever do for higher tiers. That's why we only have one tier for the join button. Because I really don't know what to do for rewards beyond that. Beyond, like, emotes and a little icon. I would love to have, like, a no ads option, but unfortunately YouTube does not have a function for that. People that join the channel still get ads. I really wish they would change that. But they want their money, so... Which is probably why they don't have that as an option. Because they make less money if you were to do that. Oh, no code today? Oh yeah, we'll still have code, my bad. Let me go hand out code. Here you guys go, have code. Let's see. Code processing. Why is the computer not coding? Oh, there we go. Alright, code has been posted. There you guys go, enjoy. Hey, sorry about that, I kind of forgot. We got so into all the emote stuff, I kind of forgot we never handed one out. There you go. You went for Iron Gut for the Delve? Yeah, Iron Gut scales really well at the higher range. Once you have him at 100 attack, it's guaranteed Devour. And it's really easy to curse now that you can run Wand and other similar things. In, like, any category. So, of course, you also have access to all the other curse weapons. Because, for whatever reason, even though they've made restrictions a lot more restrictive in a lot of areas, even... You're allowed to use any colored hero weapons still in Underworld, I mean. It's still a weird leftover mechanic from when it first released back in 3.0 in Gems of War. We're at like 7.5 now. But they've never actually changed the mechanic. It is the only game mode where the color restriction does not apply to weapon these days. They made it uniform across every other game mode now. But oddly enough, because this game mode is so old, they never bothered changing the weapon parameter for this mode. So even when you have, like, right now, a brown-yellow restriction, or sorry, brown-green restriction, we're allowed to run a weapon that isn't brown or green right now. We're allowed to run any weapon in the game. I believe it's the only game mode left where you're allowed to run a different colored hero weapon in the restriction. And that's a leftover mechanic all the way from back in 3.0. Is Hiking Iron Gut the best troop for delve attempts? Yes. If you're looking for any one troop to make you auto-win every delve he could be used in, it is Iron Gut. I would still advise crafting him as one of your first few mythics, because it just makes running the entirety of faction really easily. Between him and Tesla, you should be able to cover every faction in existence. Oh, sorry, never mind. There'd be one color overlap that you wouldn't be able to do. But almost every delve in existence can be auto-won if you own Tesla and Hiking Iron Gut. The only color combination you wouldn't be able to do is purple-green. Is the only one that wouldn't cover. But for that, you have Thrall Leprechaun, so you can kind of just run whatever damage source, so it's not that big a deal. But aside from purple-green, Tesla and or Iron Gut can allow you to cover every delve in the game. So getting Iron Gut's really, really solid for that. Yeah, Thrall Leprechaun makes it so you can kind of run anything. So if you have Zul'Goth, obviously run Zul'Goth. If you don't have Zul'Goth, you can run Catharix. If you don't have Catharix, you can run... what's your next best damage source underneath that color? I guess one of the Celestial Dragons? If you have it laying around. Like, there's a lot you can run under it. Just run like Hero with Wand, Thrall Leprechaun into your best damage source, and you're good to go. That missed way more than I thought it would. Even though we know exactly where everything's going to be converted. I just cast it thinking like, oh, it's gonna have some malalignment, right? It did not. I always do that, and just hoping that it would, even though we know ahead of time if it will not. Obviously, for more important battles, we'll make sure to check, but yeah, it doesn't really matter otherwise. It's quicker just to immediately cast it. Also, I love this card's avatar buff. As far as quality of life, this is probably one of my favorite we've gotten in a while, even though it's not even a quality of life feature. Just the fact that we can run the entire Tuesday faction event without having to change anything and still maintain one-shots, kind of nice. There's one issue that double Rowan has is two things. You have to switch to armor tokens, but the other issue with it is you eventually need a double cast, whereas Guard's avatar never stops one casting, unless you come up against spell reduction. But otherwise, it never stops one casting. But the fact that you don't have to switch to armor's nice quality of life as well, because now we actually never have to switch to triple armor token. The only context we would ever need to switch to triple armor is Tesla team. It's pretty much the only team left in the entire game that you would run an end game that needs triple armor metal. Is running double Tesla. Because now Guard just runs off of magic, and every other one is pretty much irrelevant compared to Tesla or, actually, I guess Rowan build. But yeah, there's really only two teams now that you would ever need armor for, realistically. Tesla build, and Rowan build. Because Guard's avatar build doesn't need it anymore. So it's only two teams out of everything in the whole game that needs it now. Which means you barely ever have to switch to it. Compared to before, we were switching it nearly every week. But now if we run Guard's avatar, we never need to switch to armor. Which is very convenient. Because that basically means every Tuesday faction event, we never need to switch to armor again. Because there's a viable team for every single low range now that doesn't need to be set to armor. Like, you still can, obviously. If you want to run, like, Rowan quick kill and stuff like that, which you probably still will from time to time. But it's not required anymore. Which I still wish they would add more slots to use or fix that system. You still, as you guys know, have to set 3 medals. And there's a lot of things with the medal system I wish they would change. For one, we really need more medals. We need more medal slots or have them associated to teams. And we need more medals in general. I still can't get over that we have had medal mechanic since October of 2019. I remember. It was October of 2019. We were coming up to the 5-year mark, half the game's life cycle of it existing in the game. And we still have not gotten a single new one. I do not count seasons, because it's basically just made Arania useless. So it wasn't really a new medal. So in 5 years, we have never received a single new medal, which I do not understand why. That is such an interesting reward space to add more things to, because it affects every team in existence. If you could just switch to different medals, it would also make people actually grind explore. And can also make it so they could sell it. Like, imagine how much money they could make if they sell, like, a new medal for, like, $10, like a legendary or mythic one. So people would skip, like, the several-hour grind to go get it, especially the mythic one. The legendary one would only take a couple hours. The mythic one could definitely take several hours. Trying to get 9 the token, especially if half your drops are going to be blocked by Nishas. Like, it could take a while to get it. Like, not only would they make a ton of money on it, but it would also give us something to grind for and explore again. Other than just general tokens for upgrading. We could actually grind for a new one that actually does something. There's so much they could do with that reward space, and they've done nothing for it in 5 years, which is very confusing to me. Is why that hasn't been touched at all. Is it could completely change how you play the game if they add some really cool ones. Like, look at what, like, 20% mana start and cleanse did. We need more like that. Ones that can really change up how you play a game. Particularly the cleanse one. The cleanse one's insane. It's a little bit less relevant because the Elementals also has stun on it while doing a billion other effects. But ignoring Elemental's existence, it's pretty good in most other contexts where you need cleanse. It doesn't work when stunned like all the other medals. Or, you know, any active medal if they ever add, like, active ones in the future. But there's just so much they could do with that, and they've done nothing with it. Yeah, they could add it to Treasure Hunt, too. That's going to need a complete overhaul. Whatever they end up doing to the Treasure Hunt thing. Like, they can keep the gameplay the same, but the reward system really needs to be overhauled and rethought of to be a lot more modernized in current day. Because gosh, that has barely been touched in like 9 years. They've tweaked it some like twice in the past. But at this point, I think it's been a solid like 8 years, 7, 8 years since Treasure Hunt has been properly reworked reward-wise. That's why its reward is still so bad. One thing that's kind of funny about Treasure Hunt though is even though its rewards are so bad, it is confusingly somehow still the best gems per hour of any infinitely farmable piece of content. Which, if you think about that in like the context of any other mobile game, you would think it's like the best content in the game. If you were to pitch a area of a game, and your pitch was, you can earn the premium currency at the quickest rate in this game mode. You think about that in any free-to-play game, and you would think, oh, this must be like the place everyone farms forever then. Like, why would they do anything else? And then in the context of Gems of War, because they're so generous with gems in the game, it is actually one of the worst locations to farm in the entire game. Despite in like any other free-to-play game, if you said, hey, you can earn the premium currency infinitely here at a half-decent rate, or the, you know, the quickest rate in the whole game. But the main reason why that is the case is even though it's the quickest way to infinitely farm gems, it is not the quickest way that you effectively gain gems. Because if you think of all the ways that you gain gems in the game, they're very quick bursts that you can do for a limited amount of time each day or each week or so on, where you get a really big burst of them. And this really big burst, if you bring it down to its effective rate per hour, like let's say even something like 10 gems, the absolute worst gem you can get from a daily adventure board, it takes, let's say, 1 minute to take out those 3 fights. That's being very ambitious because you definitely kill it way quicker than a minute. But let's assume it takes 1 minute. That is 600 gems per hour for the worst reward you can get from the daily adventure board. Obviously, you're not getting 600 gems an hour, but effectively, over the course of 60 days doing it for 1 minute at a time, you will effectively get 600 gems in an hour of playtime. And then you compare that to Treasure Hunt, where it's like, yes, you can infinitely farm it forever, but it's like 50 gems an hour. So the worst daily adventure board, 600 gems an hour. Doing Treasure Hunt, less than 1/10 of that. Yes, and there's also Paloozas, which have also technically brought it down a lot. Noma Paloozas, you gain a lot of gems for. It is technically infinite, but not infinite, in the sense that it's infinite for 3 days, but you can only do it for 3 days out of a month. So yes, I guess you could say that's an infinitely farmable one, but it's not infinitely farmable in the sense that you could do it at any point. Like right now, if I wanted to go do Treasure Hunt right now, or you know, if I wanted to go do Noma Paloozas, I can't, because obviously it's not a Vault weekend, it's 3 weekends from now. But, so in that regard, it's not infinite, because like right now I can't just go and start doing Paloozas. Well, I can, but it'd be a waste of resources. But, you know, we have to wait for Vault weekend. So I consider that a little bit of a different category than what Treasure Hunt is. Because Treasure Hunt, we can literally click on it right now and we'll be farming gems. Actually, we're talking about it so much. Let's go do one last Treasure Hunt. Let's go end the stream by doing some Treasure Hunt content. When was the last time we've done a treasure map? We're actually going to do it for real this time, too. I almost forgot this menu even exists, gosh. You know how rarely we come to this menu? Do I have any of you... Actually, I want to poll this. Have you played Treasure Hunt in the last month? I got to do a poll for this. Because I think this is my first one in like 2 or 3 months. So my answer would be no. Have you played Treasure Hunt in Gems of War in the last month? Yes or no? I'm really curious what this is. Because there's nothing in the game that forces you to do Treasure Hunt anymore. So every yes is a person who willingly, on their own, went to Treasure Hunt and played a battle like we are right now. And I'm not talking about misclicks of accidentally getting into Treasure Hunt. I mean actually playing out a full treasure hunt. Because my answer to that would actually be no as well. I think it's our first treasure hunt in like 3 months or something. Because there's no dailies or weeklies that force you to do treasure hunt anymore. It's a completely optional thing in the current state of the game. I almost forgot about this place. Honestly, this brings back nostalgia. There's a really nostalgic game mode in this game. Back when this used to be like the meta for gems. Like way back when. Back before Vault events got buffed through the sky. The only reason you'd ever really play Treasure Hunt these days is if you still need to get the achievement for getting 2 of them. Or 2 vaults, that is, when I say 2 of them. Gosh, I'm really rusty on Treasure Hunt. That'll happen after, like, multiple months of not playing. Yeah, we are so rusty. I'm about to get bottlenecked in middle, which you really don't want to see. I want to move the other one down. I can't move it over there, though. Ooh, nice little cascade going on there. We can work with that. Let's go get this collapsed together so we can start using it. Get a little bit extra there. Get all that combined together. Nice, nice. We already get this combined. Might as well see if we can get some value there. Move the other one over. Try for some value there as well. Get our last little bit over there. I can't do anything vertically there, though I still kind of want to. This bronze coin's going to be an issue. Should probably do something with it. I really should. Let me move that down first. See where that brings us. I kind of want to move this over. I want to move it down, though, first. Like, move this together. Does that help us? Yeah, because then I can do this. It wastes some value there, but I think it's worth it for the extra turn. This will cascade in case we get lucky. Didn't get lucky. I can't really cascade over there. I can't move that over. I'll just move this vertically and see if we can do anything with the other bronze coin. We'll move this one down. Oh, but then that ruins the other bronze coin, but it's fine. Oh, actually kind of not fine. I kind of want that silver over there because it kind of gets in the way if I move it more towards the middle. So let's do that. I can now cascade that over there if I want, which I actually will in case we get a chest or a bag over there because we can get it from sky. Bags are the highest currency that can fall from sky when doing a treasure hunt. We got another green chest over there. The problem is it's way too far from our other red chest, meaning we're probably not going to be able to combine them together, which is not ideal. I'm doing this just so we can get this combined so we can hopefully get something else going on here. I do like 5 times gold. Somehow do not have it here, though. Can I move this over? Yeah, I will do that. We take it 4 times into 4 times, which doesn't really do too much here. Actually, no, there's only 1 4 times. I guess I'll still grab it, though. I'm really hating how congested it is over there. I was going to collapse that down. This will be nice and close to the other one. The problem is we're about to build a wall over here, which is not going to work out too well. I can collapse them both on top of each other. My biggest concern with that is it's going to be way too far away from any other chest. So I'm actually going to move this down so we can hopefully use this bronze coin up somehow. Maybe move one down to it. I'm not sure how we're going to move it down to it, but we'll figure out something. I'll actually move that over there just to collapse that. We can then collapse that, but I'm not sure we're really making any progress there if we do. I'm not sure where the thingy goes if we do combine that. I'm not sure if it goes to middle. It does go to middle. Okay, that's what I thought. Gosh, I'm so rusty at this mode. Tried for silver from sky, didn't get it, but we got it 5 times there, so it works out. Get it into another 5 times. Keep just taking stuff. Take that for free. I need that so we can get a vault right there. Honestly, this isn't too bad for how rusty we are at this mode. We're almost at our first vault. Which actually is the only thing that still has good loot if you get like the double gem key or something. Like there's still a couple good drops in there. Let's see. What do we need? You haven't played Treasure Hunt, but you accidentally clicked on Treasure Hunt? True. Yeah, it's actually really easy to accidentally click on Treasure Hunt. It's very inconveniently placed there. If I do a vault thing here, it's not going to work out. I'm just going to move that over. The only problem with that is that kind of moves that one down a little bit too low, which might be detrimental later on, but that's a problem we'll deal with later. My biggest issue right here is I don't really have a bag there, so I'll just collapse that so we can actually get some baggage going. We really got to figure out our bag situation down here. Because I need to get bags down here. Because we're currently getting bottlenecked by not having them there. I might have to double vertical here to get that there, but then that can't combine into the other one, and they're too far away, and now I have a whole bronze coin congestion going on over here, but I need that to collapse all the way down to actually get there. Okay, that didn't quite fix what I wanted, but sure. I don't have a way to collapse that. I'll take that for free. That's not worth taking, I don't think. I gotta take too many turns to try to get that over there. I think we have to, though. Because the alternative is nothing. Alternative's not good. Okay, we got a bag over here. But that's not going to be enough to combine the other thing. I need these bronze coins to go away so I can go get all of it together. We got another green chest over there, but I can't combine it. It's too far away. Actually, that could work. Hold up. But the problem is it's currently blocking, so it doesn't really do much for us at the moment. These bags. I feel like I could do something with these bags. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, perfect. We got it. We got it. We do this. Then we do this. Oh, I've got to waste a couple turns here, but I think it's worth it. Then we do this. Double check over there to make sure if we can do anything like that. Boom, grab that. Nice value, nice value. And now we get this all the way down there. Perfect. Do we take this now? I guess we take this now. So we take that now. Nice. And this will allow us to collapse it as well. Nice, nice. Oh, I probably should have taken the other thing first, but oh well. Alright, let me just move all that together. See what else we can get over there. I could try for gold coin there. Didn't get it. Probably not worth the turn. Okay, I don't think we're going to get double... I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get a double chest here. But it does look like we're on track for a single. Well, obviously, we already have it. We got a single vault. I didn't get double vault on our first time back, though. But hey, we reached basically like 100 turns or so. That's not too bad for our first time back. After not doing it for months. Could have been far worse. Alright, we'll try a vertical there. Actually, never mind. That's guarantee turnage there. You move the other thing over. That's gonna move the 1 bronze coin way too low, though. Way too low for my liking. Oh no, that combined already. I forgot. I'm not sure why I thought it would go the other way around. Not sure what I was thinking there. Alright, me doing this seems bad. I actually want to do it the other way around, and then I can move the other one. But the problem is that leaves us at, like, no turns. Yeah, now we just lose. I'm still going for it, though. Yeah, now we just lose. That's fine, though. Alright, that was our first attempt back. Could have gone worse. Hey, we got a vault. Let's see, do we get anything from it? Come on, 2 gem keys. Make it all worth it. Or did gem drop at, like, 5 gems? We got the 6 glory keys. Not as cool. Oh, are we exactly at 100 turns? Yeah, we did 101. That's not too bad, I guess. 2 gems and 6 glory keys for 10 minutes of doing a treasure hunt. Was it worth it? No. Was it fun? Yes. But also, 73% of people said they have not done a treasure hunt in the last month. In all fairness, I am also one of those people, though we just did one after like 3 months. But there we go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad for how rusty we were. 101 turns, 1 volt. But anyways, guys, I guess we'll end it there for now. We will be back tomorrow, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. Game plan is going to be probably a lot of PvP. We're probably going to be focusing on the 1 hour PvP boost thing, and go from there. So it's going to be a very PvP-centric day. We'll probably have one of the Alliance things to go take out, get our extra reward from it, go to at least an hour of it so we can go get ladder. Our goal for tomorrow is to at least be second place there. We might even go contest first. We'll see. But that will be our game plan for tomorrow. And we'll go from there. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful one for the rest of the week. Thanks for stopping by as always. Greatly appreciated. Feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is also greatly appreciated. We'll have more feedback on the emotes once they get processed further. Though to keep in mind, everything we showed today is absurdly rough, so we'll see how it progresses as it goes on. But keep in mind, even at the later stages, we could still try changing some of the stuff if you guys still don't like it, so just let me know. But obviously we won't be able to please everyone with all 10 of them. But yeah, we'll go from there and see how it progresses. And hopefully emotes will be done in about a month or 2 by the time it all ends. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.